What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Walt Disney Wednesdays. Always fun. Got lots of news from around the Walt Disney World Company, as well as we also have a great giveaway for you guys tonight. Tonight, we're giving away the second bag of coffee, Joffrey Coffee 50th Anniversary Blend, and I have a great new giveaway. Unfortunately, I have a picture of it tonight. I wasn't able to get over to World of Disney to go pick it up tonight, but I will be picking it up tomorrow and have it in hand. So therefore, you can still get entered into the giveaway. It's going to be really awesome. I'll get to that soon. Now, I'll show this real quick for anybody that is in here so far. I'll do the wheel real soon for the coffee. That way we just get that out of the way early on. I had been searching through my phone. I had something weird happen, and I want to make sure that I got everybody. I only have 4 people for last week. So if you do not see your name on this, please put up a message. Let me know, and I will go ahead and check the Instagram to see if you got the information correctly. So let me bring this up real fast. Share screen. All right, we had Chip 3 Pops, we had Simon Crook, we had OTT with G, and we had Nadia, aka Little Monster. Those are the 3 that sent me the correct answer for last week's quiz. From, of course, the way we do it on the show is, it's always based upon the, the quiz is based upon something that I talk about within the show. So, gotta pay attention, gotta see the show. If you miss any parts, you can always catch us on the rewind. You can send me your information anytime between now and the start of next week's show. So we'll go over some basic stuff. Just I guess I categorize it as overall Disney company information. Actually, we'll go through a short one first. I have a little bit on Disney Cruise. There wasn't a whole lot. Of course, when cruises are going. But we have some great construction so far on the new ship, the Wish. If you guys haven't seen, of course, there's a great video on YouTube that shows everything about the Wish going on. And unfortunately, I don't have my pictures my normal way, so just bear with me. But I'm still giving you something on some of these weekends. So, of course, the Wish had some fantastic new construction updates. Of course, this is being put together. This is supposed to be coming out. I think these pictures are technically taken a while ago because this ship is supposed to set sail summer of 2022. So to me, it seems to be far. But this is probably some pictures from this past year that have come around that have shown us that, of course, everything kind of on these ships. If you've seen any documentaries on these before, they kind of piece together like building blocks. So that you see the front captain's area being set in there, and then what's really cool is they had they also had the bow of the ship. I guess it was one of the Imagineers was out there. The bow of the ship. So you have this is the Wish logo on the bow of the ship that was fully finished. I think it's great. I can't wait. Unfortunately, I don't know how long it's going to be before I get on the Wish because I believe the 2022 sailings originally has it set on 3 and 4 day sailings. I do plan on taking a cruise towards the end of next year, if not sooner. But typically, we like to do the longer cruises. I've done a 4-night cruise, and they're just too fast. You want to be able to have some time to be able to relax, enjoy your time on the cruise, and everything like that. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So let me check this chat real quick, make sure if anyone had posted on there. Let's see who we got here so far. We had early on, we had OTT with G. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you coming by. We had Nadia, aka Little Monster. What's going on? We got Simon Crook. What's going on, man? How are you doing? We got the one, the only great Christina Payne, best mod in the business. Appreciate you for stopping by. We've, of course, got Chip 3 Pops. If I can get his thing, there we go. Chip 3 Pops in there as well. And then anybody else that I missed? Nope, you guys are kind of just keep on going. Trying to catch up some of these comments you guys have. If everything is good, tomorrow my mom will be like, that's very, very good. Hopefully everything is still going well. Always amazing at how it looks like a toy in photos. But it's a massive person. I'm not sure what that's referencing, Not quite sure yet, but I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but it could have been the boat. Like I said, it's a massive boat. It's the biggest one so far they've had. Of course, they have two more boats. They're supposed to come by sometime after that. Those ones, of course, they haven't named the other ones yet. So, real quick. So before I go to this, I'm actually going to show you guys what the new giveaway is going to be for, and this is probably one of the cooler ones. This is retails at $34.99. So if you want to get yourself a pair, if you didn't win them next week, you can always get yourself a pair and shop Disney. But this week I am going to be giving away the ugly sweater Minnie. I guess it's Minnie ears, but it's more Mickey ears because there's no bow. So the ugly sweater Mickey ears have been highly popular right here. Of course, got Christmas cookies on one side, got the Mickey on the other side. It's all more of a fabric sweater type material. It's been highly popular. And like I said, I do have a contact that did set one aside for me. I just was not able to get out to Disney Springs to go pick it up. But it's going to be for next week. Now, how do you get in next week? Or how did the people that entered into this week get into this week? I really tell you, mind you, I know I am behind a little bit on my shipping, but all products I got on my shipping shelf are going out this weekend. So anything that I got set to ship out will be going out this weekend. So don't forget to, if you've won something in the recent weeks with me, you should be getting it next week. So if you want to get into those mouse ears, it's really, 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 really simple. Super simple. All you got to do is at the end of the show, I will give you a question, and it'll be based upon something that I've talked about within this show. And all you got to do is I don't want you to put the answer in the chat next to me. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. You can find my, if you don't follow me, you can find my Instagram, my Facebook right here. Go ahead and send me a message with the answer, and I will enter you in for the drawing for the Minnie Mouse ears. Like I said, I think they look great. I'm not a huge ear person, but I know a lot of people collect them, so I think those are pretty awesome. Those are nice Chapter 3 pops. Yeah, I knew that it could be something that maybe if you win this, it's something that you use as a Christmas gift. It's very possible. So like I said, I'm trying to find more items like these, stuff like that. I'd like to find even bigger, expensive items like a Spirit jersey, stuff like that. But those do get expensive. Those are around $75. But like I said, I want to find you guys some great products, and we're just going to keep going up from there. So it's just my little thank you to you guys for being a part of the show. So let's go ahead and give this giveaway, this other bag of coffee, away to somebody. We're gonna go ahead and shuffle this up 7 times because I just like the number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's spin it. Who do we have going to win today? Is it? Yep, it's gonna be OTT with G. That works out. So I appreciate it, man. Definitely that, like I said, all those products are gone. In fact, I think I've got something else I've already got on my shelf for you. So it kind of works out. You'll get a multi-box. But definitely check it out. And if you missed the Wayne Tech show from last Friday, if you don't follow us, of course, I do another live stream every Friday at 6 p.m. Now, that may be changing at some point. We haven't officially figured out all the details, but come into the new year, some of our time frames, we're going to rebrand it a little bit and do some different things for that. But if you missed that show, we did point out that our Patreon, which we do a Patreon giveaway on that show once a month, this is the last month for it. So this will be the absolute last month. And as of the 1st of January, the Patreon account will be shut down. We are going to move pretty much all our efforts towards the membership. So if you are not a member, Donut Life member yet, definitely suggest checking it out. Again, it's a great way to help support the channel. Helps me basically take whatever I get from there and find you guys some great giveaways. Plus, depending on if I can build up more members, I may start doing more member only live streams with giveaways. So, but I got to build up the membership a little bit more before we go ahead and do that. So again, just some things to think about before we get into this news. Let's check the chat before we get in. Again. Congratulations, OTT. I have your information already, so don't worry about that. Okay. What did he say here? You were very close. I always find it funny when it gets real close to those lines, if it's going to stop early or not. And I've seen it go right on those lines, and sometimes we got to wait to see what the computer says is a winner. So, first things first. Overall, around Disney news, of course, as my thumbnail does point out, Bob Iger, the old CEO of the company, who actually dropped from being CEO and went to chairman of the board. I think it was beginning of 2020 is when he did that, and that's when they announced Bob Chapek as a CEO. Bob Iger stayed on for 2 more years as chairman of the board, and now has officially, as of Monday, retired. To me, this is kind of a sad because you kind of look at it. He was only the 6th CEO the company has ever had. Chapek being the 7th CEO ever, and I think he kind of brought the company to all new heights. I think he was with the company for close to 45 years or something like that. Very long time. He started with the company as in his 20s, and now I think again, you do the math, he's in his 70s now, and he's finally retiring. But he brought it to a point where I think the parks were struggling after Bob Eisner had been CEO. Parks were struggling. Parks weren't doing great. Parks were in dismay, and Bob Iger, I think, he didn't do everything correctly. To what most fans think, and there's still always improvement on everything, and there's probably a reason why things happen and we just don't know. But I have a lot of respect for Bob Iger. I think he was a fantastic CEO for the company, and he definitely brought the storytelling and the magic back to the parks as we all needed it. With the changing of the guards, of course, I know there's been a lot of complaints about Bob Chapek, but he's made a lot of changes. He's made a lot of bold changes, but sometimes he kind of got screwed from the pandemic a little bit. So maybe some of these changes are just in the beginning, and maybe as time goes, they'll change on. Maybe we guys got to give the guy a little bit more time. Who knows? But he's not making it easy because there's been a lot of criticism of him. But we're gonna go ahead and just keep trucking along out here. So if anything, Bob Iger, thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. And I know there's many Disney fans out there that would like to wish you a happy retirement. If you guys did want to know, Suzanne Arnold will be replacing Bob Iger's spot on the board of directors. There is a new character photo policy, and I don't know if it's official or anything at that point, but the way the character photos, if you go to a character dining, the way the character photos have been working is you basically have to sit in your seat, the character come behind you. You can take a picture with them, social distance. Of course, there's no hugging, no autograph signing, nothing of that nature. But you can get now. Apparently, you can stand up, get close. It is still social distancing pictures, but the standing up actually makes for better pictures, and as well, the character handlers or wranglers that they usually have with them are offering now to take pictures with people's cameras. Since the pandemic, that's been off limits. So, it's nice to see that back as well. There are some big hotel deals, and I put this in this category because it's for, Disney World and Disneyland, mostly Disney World. If you're planning to come by Disney World anytime soon, here's some great new hotel deals coming on. For all Disney World annual pass members, you'll get up to 25% off if you book your stay between December 12th and the 24th. For Florida resident members, you can receive up to 20% off if you book your stay between the 12th and the 24th. For Visa card members, I think it's Chase card. Visa card members, you can get up to 20% off if you book between the 12th and the 24th. And as far as Disneyland goes, pretty much, I guess they have up to 25% off discount going on right now, but it's only until the 9th, which is technically tomorrow. and it did include all 3 hotels. And as well as if you're any of those DVC fans, or actually DVC members, if you guys don't know, DVC stands for Disney Vacation Club. It's kind of like the timeshare that they have. Is fantastic, and I absolutely love it. I used to have one. Unfortunately, I had to sell it, but I do plan on eventually getting it back. They have changed their partnerships. The way Disney works, DVC works a lot of times. Most of the resorts you use points to be able to stay at the different resorts. Now they had partnerships in the past with RCI where you could exchange your points to be able to stay at hotels around the world. Because of course Disney Vacation Club locations are not around the world; they're mainly in Florida. They have one in Anaheim at Disneyland, as well as they're building a second tower at Disneyland Hotel. They have one in Vero Beach. They have one in Hawaii, and they have one in South Carolina on Hilton Head. Those are the only DVC locations, but like I said, you can exchange your points. Now with Interval International, they are switching from RCI to Interval International as to, I guess, make a better deal. I don't know. I don't really know the details on those. I think for a long time ago, they used to be with Interval International and then switched to RCI, and now they're back to Interval. I guess it's whoever is going to get the better deal. I don't know. That's always, I guess, a changing series of events. Let's do Disneyland, since Disneyland is a little bit less news before we get into the more news of Magic Kingdom. Disneyland, the big one this week was over for Disneyland California Adventure 2022. The Food and Wine Festival as well as the Lunar New Year festivals have both been announced. So if you're going to Disneyland or California Adventure the beginning of next year, here could be some exciting festivals to go check out while you're out there. Food and Wine Festival will be running from March 4th to April 26th. These are some great. It's not as much like Epcot where they have like the 45 different booths. They do have food booths out there all around Disney California Adventure. They also have a lot of seminars with celebrity chefs that you can go attend. I think the one time I happened to be there and they were doing it, I got to say, Chef Guy Fieri, cook, and I had a wonderful time. I really enjoyed it. The Lunar New Year, of course, it's I think they could just call it Lunar New Year. It used to be called Chinese New Year, but it kind of encompasses, I think, Korean, Vietnamese, and I can't remember. But Lunar New Year is announced, and that is going to be running from January 21st to February 13th. And this year, it is the Year of the Tiger. So and added with the normal characters that they typically bring out during the Lunar New Year, which I usually see Mulan and Mushu from the Mulan movie, but we also see Tigger representing Year of the Tiger. I mean, I think that's just reasonable, but that should definitely be fun, as well as they are bringing out Raya as well to this new Lunar New Year. So look out for that character coming out as well. We do have a ride closure coming up at Disneyland. So if you're planning to do Disneyland after the New Year's, as of January 10th, Splash Mountain and Haunted as of January 10th, Splash Mountain and Haunted Mansion will both be going down for refurbishments. Now, typically these, I think Splash Mountain will go down for a lot longer because, of course, the chlorine kills the paint. They have to update the paint, all that fun stuff. Haunted Mansion, I don't think it's going to be down. To be honest, my theory is Haunted Mansion is not going to be down very long. They probably just got to get all the switch over from the Nightmare Before Christmas, which is still going on, to going back to the original Haunted Mansion ride. So I don't see that one going down for very long. But as soon as I hear of when it comes back up, I will let you know. Now, a really cool thing that I read recently is Small World. I know everyone has their 50-50 on Small World. They like it, they love it, whatever works for you. But the one at Disneyland does have some real like glitz and glamour, because I think the outside of that one is absolutely fantastic. However, recently during when they were changing out for the lights for the Christmas time, because of course they do a giant Christmas light up show and everything for that, they had some sort of flood in the control room, which I guess is, or a control tank, or maybe wherever all the breakers are. I don't know. But apparently they had a flood. They had to get everything out. They've rewired everything. They've sent all kinds of teams, I believe, from all around the world to get down there to get this thing working. They originally weren't sure if this was going to even be able to open up for Christmas, but after the long, very long, probably long nights and hard work from some fantastic cast members, they did get the ride back up, and I believe it officially opened yesterday. Hey, hard work, great hard work. There was said to be still some animatronics and stuff that weren't working, but you know what? Just had the ride back up after a giant flood with electrical. I mean, that thing's got to have a lot of electricity run through and a lot of breakers. So, thankfully they got all that fixed. But so Disneyland Small World is back up with the great Christmas overlay on it right now. So if you get a chance to go out to Disneyland, check it out. Send me some pictures. I love the outside of that location. Disneyland ticket. Here's another surprising one. Disneyland ticket. I think I said something last week about how the annual passes, which I think they call the Magic Key over in Disneyland, is pretty much sold out already. And again, how you sell out annual passes, I really don't know. But they're actually, if you go on the website, they actually will show you that pretty much Disneyland is all sold out for all of December. I think they're using a reservation system to conclude that. But do keep in mind, if you want to go to Disneyland during the month of December, keep checking times, and you need to buy tickets. Keep checking times because cancellations are seeming to happen. So dates will randomly open up. So just keep checking back. Disney Genie Plus, Disney Genie and Disney Genie Plus will be actually, as of today, has officially started in Disneyland. It started back in October in Disney World. Now, as of today, is officially started in Disneyland. The Disney Genie Plus service, which will include all rides in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, except for 3 of them, will be $20 per person per day. What I call the extra fee rides over in Disneyland, California, and Disneyland will be. Sorry, I lost my place. It will be for Rise of Resistance, Web Slingers, and Radiator Springs races. Of course, Web Slingers is the new Spider-Man ride, and of course, Radiator Springs races is over at Cars Land. Those ones you will have to pay. If you already paid the $20, you will still have to pay an extra fee to be able to use the lightning lanes for those rides, or you don't have to have the Disney Plus service, and you can just pay the extra fee to go on those 3 rides. Really up to you on how you want to budget your time. Disneyland After Dark will be returning in 2022. These are fantastic after-hour events where guests can come in and stay an extended amount of time in the parks, and usually have a lower capacity where guests can kind of get on and off of rides pretty quickly and probably almost do the whole park in one night. They have 3 new events returning, which is the Sweetheart Night, the Villains Night, and the Star Wars Night. I would assume the Sweetheart Night is going to happen around Valentine's Day, so expect to see that sometime around February. And then the other ones, I'm not sure. Villains Night is usually very, very popular, but definitely you get some bonuses. You get the the little lanyard, you get snacks, you get all kinds of stuff. What the cost is, I don't know. They have not released that information yet. There is some new snacks and food. Out at Disneyland, they have the I don't think they did it last year, but the handmade candy canes, the really big handmade candy canes, are back this year, and you can find them at the Candy Palace Kitchen, but they will only be made and sold on December 7th, 9th, 15th, 21st, and 23rd. You can only buy one per person. I believe they're like $15 or $18 a piece. Over in downtown Disney, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and Salt and Straw have teamed up, and they've created some great new flavors. Now, he did this, I believe, last year So they still have his last year flavor. So he's got a total of 5 flavors now. But they added 2 new ones. And that is the peanut butter and jelly PB&J coconut banana flavor, and the naughty nutty tipsy toasty Terramana pecan pie. Now these are supposed to be based off of his cheat meals that he likes to do. And of course, the Terramana pecan pie is based after his whiskey company. So there is a little bit of hint of Terramana whiskey in there. To be honest with you, I think the PB&J coconut banana flavored ice cream sounds fantastic. And if that's what he eats on his meal, God bless you for that, as that just sounds awesome. I don't think I could work out as hard as he does to be able to justify eating that. So we have, hey, Grace Terry, what's up? I appreciate you stopping by. Just want to double check if you guys have any questions about anything going on with Disney Cruise Line, Disney Company overall, or Disneyland, please let me know. We have a lot of stuff to go over for Magic Kingdom, so we'll get to that stuff as well. And then, like I said, if you guys would love to get in, if you guys would love to get entered into, man, I'm having a hard time fully speaking today. If you guys would love to get entered into the giveaway for next week's giveaway, which is the sweater Mickey ears. These things are fantastic and widely popular. Fortunately, like I said, I got a picture today, but I will be picking those up over at the World of Disney tomorrow. These retail for $34.99. So if you don't win them, you can always still go into Shop Disney and pick these up. For family member for Christmas. Maybe somebody will win it and be able to give it away for Christmas. The only way you win it is at the end of the show. I will give you a trivia question based upon something that I talked about in the show, and you answer the question right, you win them. Well, no, that's not that easy. You answer the question right, they'll get you on the wheel next week, and you could win the ears. Now, when you know the answer to the question, please do not put it in the chat. I want you to go ahead and send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and that will get you entered in. You usually get a response back from me saying the answer is correct, and if you are entered into the giveaway. All right. Pretty easy. If you don't follow me already, here's my 2 locations to follow me at. Oh, all right. Actually, I have 2 pages of Magic Kingdom. There's not much on the second page. First of all, as the I kind of wanted to get this out of the way first so we could talk about the cooler stuff afterwards. But it's still, times we have right now, something to talk about. It says with Omicron variant finally reaching Florida, the CDC has matched. Well, they didn't match what Disney did, but they did change the level for Florida, basically recommending that everybody wears masks inside. Now, Disney has already been doing this, even when CDC recently lessened the restrictions with no masks for unvaccinated people. Disney continued to push their mask policy on all inside locations at Disney World. Now that includes any inside rides, but it does not. That does mean that, however, on things like Dumbo, which is an outside ride, you can't take your mask off. Too much talking, too much quick. It's actually making me on, and I'm not tired. I don't know what this is. The good news is, and which funny, they should have announced this during Destination D23. And to be honest with you, I think it was just a knee-jerk announcement, to be 1,000% honest with you, because if you're gonna, release, you bring these back, you bring them back at all parks. But the parking trams, which have been down and unused since the park shut down for the pandemic, will be returning to Magic Kingdom this month. I'm assuming that, they said it's going to come back this month. I'm assuming they're focusing on Magic Kingdom because, of course, that's going to be the highest volume for this holiday season. So I would expect to start seeing the trams being used around the week of Christmas. However, all the rest of the trams and the other 3 parks will be returning in 2022. Let me get back to here. All right. Now, daytime parades have returned as well with the Christmas parade. Now, of course, they're doing a Christmas parade right now during the extra hour events for the Christmas time. But the way Disney always does is they do it for the extra hour events, and then when it gets close to Disney, they start doing the same parade for the extra hour events. They do it afterward. But it's finally nice. It's the first time we get daytime parades back over at Magic Kingdom, and it'll be the Christmas parade, and these will be starting from December 22nd to the 29th. You can see the parade at 12 p.m. and 3:45 p.m. And also on December 30th and 31st, there will be two shows at 12 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. So if you're going to be coming out here during the holidays and you want to check out the parades, there's your information for you. If you miss any of that, if you miss anything, you can always watch me on the rewind or just message me, leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit that like button and go ahead and check out that Donut Life. On January 25th, we already knew about this. I think I might have announced this last week, but on January 25th, 2022, and Magic Kingdom will be closing early at 4:30 p.m. We just found out that it'll also be closing early at 4:30 p.m. on February 8th, 2022. Now, if you're just coming out to the parks for holidays, and a lot of times people do during that time of year, because it seems like it's probably a little quieter, which it is a tiny bit. But if you are a person just coming out to the parks for the day, if you're getting a standard park without a park hopper, I would personally stay clear from. I always do that when I talk too fast and too much, so I do apologize. But I'm only assuming that I would say a clear from those, because if you're losing like 3 hours in the parks, your time frame being in there is just much smaller. So to me, the high price you're going to pay for a ticket, you might as well go get a full day at another one of the parks. Just noting it, but hey, do what you want. Orange County did officially make December 3rd Walt Disney World Day. They had a ceremony where Jeff Valley had accepted the award. In turn, Disney went ahead and donated $3 million to multiple charities, such as Give Kids the World, Boys and Girls Club, and more Orlando charities. That's always a fantastic thing to do. Now, I know that Disney World does charity all the time. They have the volunteers that they go around and do many different things for. So, yes, they are a business company. And I'm sure some of you guys are going to say, well, the taxes, the charities are for tax write-off, maybe. But those people could use the money, whether it's a tax write-off or not. So $3 million to give out isn't a small chunk of change. Maybe it is to them, but for everyone else, I'm pretty sure they could use the money. So congratulations to those charities, and congratulations to Disney for actually getting an official holiday, at least out here in Florida, on December 3rd every single year will be Disney World Day. Last week I announced that there was an announcement that Cali River Rapids would be opening up on the 16th. However, in just a quick couple days after that was announced, the date was changed to January 3rd. So if you're coming out for the holiday season to Animal Kingdom and it's hot, which right now it has been, there will be no Cali River Rapids. What did OTT say? Yeah, I thought the Walt Disney Day was interesting. Hopefully they do something a little bit more in the parks for it next year, which I think would be pretty awesome. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think it's a federal holiday, so it's not all around the country, but at least in Florida it is. It was marked that by the mayor of Orlando. The baby care center, if you guys don't know, every park has a baby care center. So if you guys do have babies with you, small children, you can take them to baby care center. They have areas like a little kitchen. You can warm up bottles if you forgot supplies. You can get supplies there. They have changing stations. They have nursing stations. They have areas where kids can just watch some TV and calm down. But they did recently shut it down. They remodeled it. It's full Alice in Wonderland theme. So again, if you guys didn't know that Disney does have these are free. They're part of your admission ticket. But as long as you can get into the park, you can go to the baby care center. Of course, all the extra purchased items, like if you needed extra bottles or snacks or something like that, you can purchase those at the baby care center. Now, we haven't talked about this for a long time because there really hasn't been a lot of sponsored changes in a long time. But for a long time, Alamo Rental Cars was the sponsor for the ticket, for the TTA out of Magic Kingdom. But it has recently been changed to Enterprise. Enterprise and Alamo are actually still part of the same company. I don't know. You go figure that one out. But it has now been changed to Enterprise. Enterprise is the sponsors for the TTA, and they are also been announced that they're going to be the future sponsors for the Tron ride as well. There's been a gingerbread baby giraffe constructed, and I did not get a picture of this. You guys can go online and check this thing out. They constructed this over at Jumbo House. It is a giant size, about the average height of a baby giraffe, all made of gingerbread, and looks like a giraffe. So, like I've told you before, they do all kinds of different gingerbread things around the parks. This is the first they've done at Jumbo House, so I think that's kind of interesting. I might have to get out to Jumbo House just to go check this thing out. It may be kind of cool. I don't know if you guys had noticed. I think it was last weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Disney did originally release a YouTube video where they used the younger kid from the Goldberg show to show off the highlights of the new Galactic Star Cruiser. As we all know, Galactic Star Cruiser is going to start its first cruises in March, and I believe at pre-order time, I believe the first 2 or 3 months did sell out. However, since that video came out of him showing the pluses and minuses of the show, it was quickly taken down out of nowhere. And the only thing a lot of people can assume is apparently there was many bad and upset comments through it, many dislikes, and as well as Disney's just kind of running from the overwhelming criticism of things like that, because I think people wanted something like it, but I think also I didn't see the actual special by any means before it was taken down, but maybe that people are they claim that there's also losing reservations. People that have already reserved time are already canceling it after they've seen this episode because it doesn't really seem to be something they want to do. So I don't know. I know it's widely expensive, and for $6,000 for 4 people for 2 days, I don't know about you, but that just does not sound. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it's a deal by any means. I mean, $1,500 for one person out of those 4. I could go stay on a cruise ship for 7 days for that money. But I mean, to each his own. Hasn't been taken down, hasn't been put back up yet, or edited or anything of that nature. I don't think it's going to. Disney has not been taking criticism well lately. On to food and snacks. Before we get to that, because we actually have some pictures. Like I said, I know I usually do more pictures, usually put them up or right up here. Like I said, it's just been a crazy week. What do we say? I saw that commercial. I honestly have not overwhelmingly. I was not overwhelmingly impressed so far at that price tag. I was honestly expecting a lot more, and I think that's really what the problem was. Is it seemed like a lot of people that were even excited for it, that maybe even did get a reservation, saw that and felt the same way. Really, I mean, you're spending a lot of money. You would expect I'm sure you have some sort of vision of what this thing should be in your head. And when it's not, and you start getting second guessing yourself, and you start deciding, what, maybe I'm just going to cancel my reservation. Maybe I'll stay for longer than a couple days and go stay at Disney World in a nice hotel for that amount of money. I mean, to be honest, you can do it for a lot of things with that amount of money. Yes, Tomorrowland Transit Authority, also known as TT. I was getting confused because you also got the TTC, which is over at Magic Kingdom, which is called the Ticket and Transportation Center, which is an actual location. As it is after you park your car, you it's usually mainly for people that park their car. If you take uh, hey, pardon me. After you park your car, or sometimes if you are like in a shuttle bus from a hotel or something, they'll drop you off at the ticket transportation center, where you can take the tram, sorry, the monorail or the ferry boat over to Magic Kingdom. And at the end of the day, you just go back to Ticket Transportation Center, or you can go to resort, or you can, try to hang out in Magic Kingdom all night, which they usually push you out. Just saying. I was honestly kind of expecting a Ren fair experience, but with Star Wars, more characters, actors go around. Bridge seems to be alive. That typical deal. I would agree. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to see the commercial. Costume that, to be honest, I think that they've been missing the bar on that. I know they've been really pushing this costume singer, because I think it was supposed to be used somewhere else in Star Wars, and they just brought the idea back and decided to use it here. I mean, nobody really knows. I mean, maybe a guy like JKL is gonna know. Maybe if this is a character that was in Star Wars before, I don't know. I think the average person, even the basic average Star Wars fan, is not going to know. But I think they need to be pushing more on the experience. And I think these, even though they're going to have characters like Kylo Ren, Rey, Chewbacca, I think it's just still going to be, I don't know. It's the first of its kind of ever doing this. So you kind of got to, I think a lot of people have a lot of possibilities in their mind. And, unfortunately, it sounds like maybe a letdown from what people were expecting in their own minds. I don't know. We're gonna just have to wait and see what happens, and get the reviews from people later on. All right. In food, snacks, and restaurant world at Walt Disney World, over at Wilderness Lodge, Storybook Dining has reopened. Now that used to be the old, I believe, Roaring Forks. But it is now a character meal. It is inspired by Snow White, so expect to see characters like Snow White, Grumpy, Dopey, stuff like that. The evil witch, or I mean evil queen, should be there as well. It will be a prefix menu with shareable items. That's really all they said. They didn't say anything about price, so I don't know. Before I go on to, I want to also give notice out there, as I get most of my Disney news from different locations around the internet. I also get a lot of news from Disney Food Blog, as well as WDW News Today, which is both on YouTube. So great location, great channels to also keep an eye on any big news going on around Disney as well. So I just, if I'm going to use information from people, I'm going to give them credit because they're a fantastic show, and I've been watching both of those shows for years. Over at Port Orleans Riverside, the boat ride has reopened. Of course, it sounds like the menu is going to be relatively the same. It's going to have the same great Southern specialties. Now, this resort recently just opened, I believe, in October. But however, for some reason, they didn't open up the boat ride when they reopened overall. Maybe they're having, casting problems. I don't know. But it is now back and officially open. There's a new now this is actually off of Disney property. This is just outside Disney property, but I thought it was cool enough to mention. There's a new restaurant called Four Flamingos. This is going to be by Richard Blaze. It is over at the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress Resort. There's tons of flamingos in this place, as well as he says it is based around the Florida beach vibe. Chef Blaze has also been around his restaurant, actually cooking and walking around and meeting guests at the same time, as I guess a normal owner would do. So I don't know how long he's in town. I'm sure he flies around all the time, but sounds like if he's in town, he'll come by and say hi. Over at the Edison in Disney Springs has announced they will be doing a New Year's Eve party with live entertainment and DJ. And if you've ever been to the Edison, you know some of the live entertainment is going to be more like burlesque, as they have a weird steampunk type of style over there where they do different type of burlesque. And I know they do different type of burlesque shows. I'm not sure what else. I have to be honest with you, I've never seen any of the night shows. Maybe they'll have to change in this new year. We'll have to wait and see. If you want to get into the Edison for New Year's, the general admission will be $25, or for $150, you can reserve. You can get the reserved seating options. If you're interested in this coming out during New Year's, you can book this at the Edison's website. Space 220, which is, of course, the new space restaurant right outside of Mission Space, has made a different change. They have had, of course, seating area and a dining area, and, of course, they've had a lounge where for up to recently, the lounge has basically become walk-in type of, space. Now they've actually changed it, so the lounge is reservable. Maybe it became too popular. I don't know. That's usually what happens. But it was you will now be able to book the Space 220 lounge as well as the seating area. And I know there's a big comment down here. Kris, have you heard anything about the Chip 'n Dale Campfire Sing-Along reopening? That was always one of my favorite things to do at Disney World. Was awesome for a free day night. I have not heard anything about it returning. As again, it's still a everything with characters are at distance right now. And if I remember the sing along, the characters always came up real close. Kids could, hug and sign autographs as well. And then, of course, also, I mean, I guess you can take the assembly thing out of there since they're bringing back parades. But I have not heard anything about the Chip 'n Dale Campfire Sing Along. Could also be due to the lack of cast members, because after the layoffs and the furloughs and all that stuff, I know a lot of cast members were asked if they wanted to come back, but from what I understand, a lot of them did not come back as they found other employment opportunities in between. So I know that even Disney World is struggling with employment situations. In fact, if you are a Florida resident and you are needing a job, I do recommend it. They have announced that on December 13th over at Coronado Springs, they will be doing a giant job fair. And a lot of the different positions is getting $1,000 signing bonus and up to $1,000 signing bonus, as well as if you're going into the culinary area, you can get up to a $1,500 signing bonus. So if you're in the Florida area and you live in the Florida area and you need a job, I would definitely recommend going and check out Disney. From what I heard, great place to work at. I do have some pictures here for these next ones. We have some great snacks here. First of all, we've got over at Gideon's, they got some fantastic holiday treats. We have, let me take this down real fast. They have two new holiday cookies. On the white one is the Kris Kringle Holiday White Chocolate Cookie. This sells for $6. Of course, filled with the white chocolate chunks on the top. Of course, all the inside is also filled with the white chocolate chunks. Heard this one is a little sweet, so just beware of that. And then the other one, it will be the Cookie Von Krampus, made with Andes mints. Of course, you got chocolate chips as well as Andes mints all over that. I heard there's no way of missing the Andes mint flavor on these. So that one seems to be more right up my alley, and I think it's pretty awesome. The next one I have, is it this one? Let's make sure. Oh, yes, here we go. We got the spiked eggnog at the Coca-Cola Roof Bar. Is their new mix of Coca-Cola and eggnog is used, and it is, of course, spiked with Hennessy as well. So this thing you can find for $15 at the Coca-Cola Rooftop Lounge. Over at Caribbean Beach, they do have this really fantastic menu, and it's kind of weird when you find a weird item creations just at a random resort, but it's at Caribbean Beach. They do have an eggnog cupcake. Of course, it's a vanilla eggnog with an eggnog mousse and eggnog frosting. Of course, the mousse is in the core of the cupcake. Oh yeah, the another big thing that a lot of people are huge fans of. Let's see if I can. If I don't have a picture for it, I can't remember. You know, that's not it. I'll get to that one in a second. I must have forgotten that picture. But the frozen chocolate covered bananas, I've officially returned to Magic Kingdom. They have been found over in one of the booths in Fantasyland. The cast member did tell me that if you, a lot of the locations do have the chocolate banana covered peanut, whatever deliciousness. They may not have it on the signs, but they may have it in the cooler. So it's always something to ask. There are 6 new holiday donuts over at Everglades Donuts. I don't remember all the flavors. I think majority of them are vanilla type donuts. However, there is one filled one, and I believe that was a jelly filled donut. I can't remember if it is strawberry or cherry, but in something tart like that. So that one looks fantastic, as well as over the Gasparilla Grill. They have, I think, 4 new items. Now, this Gasparilla Grill is over at Grand Floridian Resort. Has some new treats. It's got the holiday cake pop, which, like I said, is fantastic. I did have the Thanksgiving one, and that was awesome. But as soon as you bite into it, it pretty much starts falling off of that giant stick. Oh, you also have the Wreath Cupcake, which I believe the Wreath Cupcake, I don't know what the details on, but it's a Wreath Cupcake. I believe it's red velvet cupcake underneath with frosting of a wreath on top. Also have the s'mores cookie. There's a ton of marshmallows on here, toasted with M&Ms. And then lastly, you do have which I think is the best one out of the group. You do have the Very Merry Minnie Mouse Cupcake. I think this thing looks awesome. Of course, I always love when they use Oreos for the ears. I think it is awesome. I think it's fantastic. Makes you smile a little bit, and that's really what it's all about. I believe all these items are actually, I didn't say what these items are selling for. Typically, it's like $5 to $6 at the location. Again, these can be found over at Gasparilla Island Grill over at Grand Floridian. There is a new Dole Whip that has been found, and this was found over at the refreshment port over in Epcot. It is a coconut and lime, and it comes in a bright green container. But it's coconut and lime. That's the actual flavor of the Dole. Now that one to me sounds really good instead of the watermelon one, where it looks like they just use really artificial flavoring to it and all this other stuff. This just being the one color, it's got to have both of those flavors in there. So that one could definitely be interesting. Before I finish up real quick, let me see. Wasn't sure about it until you said Henny. Hey, Hennessy alcohol, that can make anything better. I mean, the fact that it's Coke eggnog, I mean, it's catching. I just got to try it. I don't know why. Merchandise news. Of course, we have. I think I briefly showed it on accident. Before I talked about last week how good. Do I still have this thing up here? Hold on. And there we go. All right. I talked a little bit last week how Mobile Magic has been getting added in a lot of retailers. At the time, it's only been over the Creation Shop and over at World of Disney. However, it has recently expanded over to the Emporium in Magic Kingdom, where, again, this is a great, great service. All you do is scan in your items. If you are supposed to get discount codes like AP members or training or many different things. We will eventually get people cycled out to do the other trainings. Um, sorry. I just had a brain fart there. So I would say if they're starting to expand that out there, and this is the third location, I'm really going to think that we're going to start seeing these things expanded out quite a bit over the next couple months. It is great service. Again, I just scan myself in, and you go over to this one little booth. You show them the little QR code that it gives you at the end. They give you a bag, and you walk on out. I mean, no waiting in lines, no nothing. I think it's a great service. Definitely recommend it for anybody that goes by there. They have the holiday Mickey balloons have returned. Of course, they are the Mickey. Of course, the Mickey inside. On the outside, you get all the Halloween decorations. These are based upon the older cartoons, so definitely check them out. The stuff you like, I would recommend getting it because the holiday balloons do sell out every single year. Good. Maybe it's just because I need something to drink. I don't know. They also have the pink and gold, the brand new pink and gold Spirit jersey. Now, this is kind of cool because, of course, on the back it's got Walt Disney World and all gold, and of course the from the bottom you have fizziness coming up, kind of like how a wine glass bottle or a who knows, but those it's supposed to simulate the fuzz from that if you see the gold on the bottom. Now, this is also being sold in Disneyland, where the Disney World, of course, is faced by Disneyland. And on the front, instead of seeing the Walt here, you're going to see Disneyland on the front because his signature of the guy over there is just fantastic. The Spirit jersey runs for $74.99. Lastly, I think did I put this in both? I don't remember. Lastly, the 2022 merchandise has started coming in. I know there's a lot of people that do collect the 2020 versions all the time. So if you're interested, I would recommend going to Shop Disney. If you're coming to the parks, go for those first, as they are starting to get picked up. Even though we have about a year left in our contracts or whatever you're in. Whether you own your house or whether you rent and lease, it's all up to you, but you can always check out the the different merch that is the year merch that you can always get, because they usually do a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm just not big into the whole year ones, but hey, maybe some people are. So that is all the news I got for you today. A lot of things going on all around the place. And when I heard Food and Wine, Festival of the Holidays is going fantastic and great. So, I want to leave you guys definitely always with a little vacation tip if you guys are going out to the parks and enjoying yourself. Do remember when you're going into the parks out here, whether it's in the summertime or in the what you guys call wintertime, which we really don't have. The parks are always about 10 degrees hotter. So do plan for that. In summertime, I think next week we're supposed to be getting in the 80s, 90s, and it will be hot. So what I always recommend is stay hydrated. Bring your own cup of water, because even if you pick up some water from one of the stores in the shops, you can pour it in there, stay cold for a lot longer. But definitely, when you go to the parks, make sure you pack your own cups. It'll save you a lot of time in the future, as well as, of course, there's a great space saver for everything else you got. So definitely recommend it. I would be buying at least one, maybe two, maybe three. Who knows? We just kind of keep rolling with the punches. As far as this week's question, man, I can't make this that easy because, of course, these are for some fantastic Mickey ears. These are the new holiday Mickey ears, with, of course, Mickey Mouse being on one side, holiday cookies are on the other side, with a ugly plaid sweater. Let's see, what should we do for a question this week? Let's see, were y'all paying attention? Here's go. Just like last week, this is a three-parter. You need to tell me what three rides. Okay, let me take this off first. This is to be able to win this, okay? These Mickey ears. What 3 rides in Disneyland did I say were going to be part of the what I call the extra fee ride for the Disney Genie Plus or for the Lightning Lane? There are 3 rides that they're going to be using over at Disneyland that you would have to pay the extra, and is not included on the standard Disney Genie Plus. Where 2 of them are at DCA, and 1 of them is over at Disneyland itself. So I pointed out 3 rides that will be not included in the Disney Genie Plus, but you have to pay extra to get into those lightning lanes on top of what you've already done. So what you need to do again is, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and follow me on Instagram or Facebook right up above here. Send me a message with your answers. Do not put it in the chat on the side. I will automatically disqualify you. But go ahead and go to the trailer that's back behind me, and go ahead and put I have a bucket over there. I'll be putting a bucket over there, because we're still going to do the wheel next week. But I'll put a bucket out there somewhere. Just go ahead and slip it right inside the bucket. You'll be good to go. But this has been fantastic, and thank you guys for playing as hard as you do. Don't forget, for the bowl games this year, if you were in a college fan for bowl games, the number 1 this year is going to be down in Tampa. We're going to have UCF versus Florida. So again, little added to. I don't think it's really Disney news, but hey, it's Florida news, so that's always a good thing. Before we leave, do we have any other last questions? Are there any last questions before we go ahead and break off? Not about what the answer is for the item. Collecting with Red. What happened, Bob Iger? At the beginning of the show, I did say it, but Bob Iger has officially 100% retired. As after he gave up CEO, he became chairman of the board. He is now officially retired from Disney after working there, I believe, close to 47 years. So he will be missed, as he was a great CEO. Didn't always make the right decisions, but made a lot of good ones. And he was only the 6th CEO in Walt Disney World's history. So that's what happened to Bob Iger. I'm sure he'll go. He's got some rich homes. He's got a lot of bonuses in the past. He'll be going and hanging out. He'll be enjoying his retirement. Any other questions before we go at all? I want to make sure that I've answered all you guys. But it doesn't mean if you don't get the question in today, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. I'll be more than happy to answer it. Or if you're watching this on a replay, leave me a comment down below with what questions you have. I love answering you guys' comments. I still get some comments I think that I got in yesterday that I got to respond to. But I always appreciate it. Don't forget, always go down there and hit that like button. Always appreciate it if you enjoyed this information I gave you. Also, if you haven't done so already, please hit that red subscribe button down there, as well as hit those post notification bells. So that way you get notified of all the most recent videos I do put out, as well as any live streams I do start. Lastly, if you guys want, like I said, I'm trying to get you guys some great giveaways. This week's giveaway are those ears, and those do retail for $34.99. So I always recommend, especially since the membership will be my only type of memberships after the first of the year, I would recommend to go and follow me on there, get on there, because who doesn't like going to a good flea market or yard sale once in a while? So definitely something to check out. Wait, I just completely think it's been a long day. I'm going to tell you that right now. It has been a long day because I keep getting multiple thoughts crossed up in my mind. I don't know. It's so weird. And I think I got this light on a little too bright in front of me too. But like I said, if I want to get you guys some great giveaways. Maybe with some Spirit jerseys in the future. But definitely the best way to help support the channel is hit one of those memberships. I do have different tiers for different people. And I may even be reworking some of these tiers and maybe getting some ideas from some of you guys on how I should rework these tiers and go from there. But check it out if you can. And eventually, when I get to a point where I've got a lot of memberships, we may be doing some membership only lives where I'll be giving away even more stuff. So why not? Other than that, if you guys don't have any other questions, if you guys leave me a comment, I'll be more than happy to answer your question. But other than that, that's all I got. As we always like to say here at Mr. TechBot, do what you like, do what you love, and always, guys, unleash your inner nerd. Don't forget to come check me out on Friday with Wayne Co. We'll be doing Wayne Tech Experience. And I actually got to call him right after this or message him. But it'll be Friday. It'll be Friday or early next week, where JKL and I will be doing a holiday edition can. If you haven't seen one of our cans, you can go ahead and go to my live. We've done a couple of them. They're a lot of fun. They are our most viewed shows. So definitely come check it out. You never know what we're gonna eat, so I always appreciate it. Other than that, guys, y'all have a great one. Have a good night, and keep enjoying Disney. Keep enjoying the magic. All right, guys. Later.